Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 23rd to May 29th, 2022. This is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave behind for others whatever does not. To get a deeper view into your week, check out your readings for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. In this first column here, we see where you've been. You have this card of deep knowing. You have the Three of Wands, Three of Swords, and Ten of Cups. In this middle column, we look at your current energy. You have this warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. You have the Hanged One, Four of Pentacles, and Six of Swords. In this third column, we look at a message about your journey. You have this Chance card. And you have Ace of Cups, Hierophant, and the Wheel of Fortune, which is the ultimate chance card. Perhaps if you are in a gambling mood, you might want to check that out, especially if you have the Ace of Cups. But so let's go back over here to where you've been and this deep knowing card. It's a card about tapping into your intuition and really being sensitive to your surroundings, kind of knowing things are happening even if you don't have certain facts, seeing with your own eyes. You can kind of read people. You can read a room, a situation, glances between people, and you might not have like 100% confirmation of what's going on, but it's really a sense of trusting yourself, trusting your vibes, and kind of being in tune with yourself. You have the Three of Wands, Three of Swords, Ten of Cups. This Three of Swords indicates some type of disappointment, upset. With a Three of Wands, it indicates some type of hope to expand or grow something, possibly, advance a job, a relationship, some type of position. And with the Ten of Cups, this is a sense of like a happy ever after. The thing about the Ten of Cups, though, is the traditional Ten of Cups, it occurs on a stage. There is debate on whether that provides any additional meaning, but if you look at a stage, it's with the scene being played out, it calls into question whether or not it is true happiness, whether it is a sense of perceived happiness or going through the motions of happiness. So let's take a look at the Three of Swords here. You have the Four of Swords. So it seems that you may have been able to kind of at least start the healing process from this experience, pull away from the drama, if there was drama, and really focus on clearing your mind. What's interesting about this deep knowing card, the Three of Wands, it's almost as if this individual can't really see, particular individuals on these boats or the communications taking place, but they know it's happening. They know something involving other people communicating about them and their future is occurring. So it could be that, perhaps you had a sense that other people were talking about you behind your back even. You can see this person's not even facing forward, and even in the Ten of Cups, everyone's backs turned, facing the viewer, and their faces are turned away. So, there are situations that people go through where you question, is this person being a true friend? Are they being a loyal partner? And I think there's a lot of, I guess we expect people to communicate truthfully, but sometimes people can't even communicate truthfully to themselves. And even if you don't have certain evidence of something, if it doesn't feel right for you, you have to you can't, hunt high and low for evidence of how you're feeling. It just turns you into, you know, someone who looks like they're out of their minds or spying on people. So you have to kind of just trust yourself. So let's take a look at the Three of Wands. You have the King of Pentacles. So this here is a sense of someone who was more experienced, maybe a business owner, maybe even like an employer or parent. Someone who maybe you were looking towards for security, possibly even a significant other that was helping you manage your finances. Let's take a look at the Ten of Cups. You have the King of Swords. So it's interesting you have these two kings, which is like they're very much energies of experience, having been there and done that, to the point where they don't need to necessarily look under every single rock to get every piece of information. They're very much doing what is based on their experience, their reason and analysis. There's, desire for, peace, neutrality, compassion. And it's almost as if this deep knowing is saying that, if it's time to kind of move away from a situation, it's time to find another group of people, another partner to create your happy ever after, whatever version that is for you, then you really need to rely on your experience and your desires, as opposed to getting the information that you are hoping would validate your feelings or position. So this card here of this warrior, be fearless and stand strong. This is you kind of fighting for fighting for the light, fighting in the face of like possibly not having the information that you would want to confirm any suspicions. With the Hanged One here, the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, this Four of Pentacles is very much a sense of being like solid in your foundations. With the Hanged One, it is seeing things from a different perspective, but also being okay not having all the facts in doing that. This different perspective is providing a higher knowledge. It's almost taking the higher road in a situation where if you are, thinking something doesn't smell right and you're not trusting the people around you to give you honest information, then you just don't fight it anymore, and you do what you need to do to be secure in yourself and possibly just move on. Just start, heading away from a situation. So let's take a look at that Four of Pentacles here. You have the Ten of Swords. So it's a sense of kind of hitting rock bottom in a way. But at the end of the day, you still have your sense of protecting yourself, being grounded in your mind, body, spirit, your heart, just making sure that you're protecting yourself the way you need to. Let's take a look at this Hanged One. You have the Knight of Wands. So it could be that, this could be the energy that you had previously before this experience, and you're slowing it down, or this perception, this different perspective could be with respect to your view on someone who in your life was very charismatic, passionate, really a go-getter, and kind of how that individual impacted you. So let's take a look at the Six of Swords here. Page of Pentacles. Definitely a sense of learning something new, a new sense of value, a new piece of information, and really recognizing that you can create something that is yours, and in a way that's different from the Four of Pentacles, in that you don't need to hold it down to be secure. You can really find a sense of inner balance in healing and moving on from a situation. So in this message about your journey, this Chance card is basically saying to take a chance on the unknown. With this Wheel of Fortune, it's a sense that life is all about chance. There's ups and downs, and you can't really control it. With the Hierophant, there's more of a tradition involved. There's more rules, structures to be followed, and institutions that set up the framework for something. With this Ace of Cups, it's like an offer of a new relationship, a new emotional experience, possibly even like a spiritual, a gift from Spirit. So let's take a look at the Wheel of Fortune over here. You have the Six of Cups, which is a sense of like nostalgia, harmony. This does indicate aspects of your past. So if there is something about your past that is kind of holding you up, or making you hesitate about taking some type of leap of faith, then it's kind of saying that the wheel is always turning, and you can carry those memories with you, but not live in the past. Let's take a look at the Ace of Cups. I'm not going to take all those. So Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Ace of Cups. You have the Empress. Interesting. It makes me think of, childbirth, pregnancy, because the Empress pretty much looks pregnant in this card here. And 10 of Cups, there's children there as well. You've got this concept of a nest, and even this Page of Pentacles has a similar kind of vibe, maybe earlier stage of pregnancy. So I would say if you're looking to have some type of new life brought into your life, then there is a good chance that's going to be happening. If you don't want to have bring in a new life, then you might want to practice a little more traditional ways of abstaining or preventing that from happening. But let's take a look at the Hierophant here. You have another Page of Swords. It's really, getting information. Can be like a spy, but here it feels like it's more about gaining knowledge, learning, being more aware when it comes to gatekeepers is what I'm kind of getting a sense of, when it comes to someone being a go-between. So for example, if this situation here, the disappointment had to do with, trusting someone, well, you do have the Ten of Swords, so trusting the wrong person, thinking that they would have your back and, feeling betrayed, then it's a sense of learning more about yourself, your willingness to trust, and also your ability to kind of set up to flag certain information, signs, cues that will alert you that something is not quite right in the future. So it's as if, this deep knowing of what it is that, maybe not all the facts, but how you felt about something and what you need to do in order to protect yourself. And you're currently in this like protecting yourself and making sure that you are grounded and in the right headspace even. And once you are, it's pretty much you have the ability to kind of have good things happen, to really be reminded about the things that you enjoy in life. You can have new connections, new relationships, new sense of creativity, a new sense of abundance. If this upset had to do with like some kind of work project, some type of potential for you to be, creative, artistic, expressive, then you will have that opportunity again. If this was some type of disappointment when it comes to expanding your idea of success when it comes to love and family, then it looks like you are going to have that opportunity again. And in the meantime, make sure that you are protecting yourself, clearing your mind, being grounded, and staying true to yourself, even if you don't have all the hard, cold facts. So I'm hoping that this provides a helpful perspective of your week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.